Winter Days in the Big Woods. So this book is written for younger children by the author of the Little House books, which you'll get to read when you get older and you're reading chapter books. There's a whole series and it's really, really good.
I just started a chapter book.
Which chapter book?
Fizz.
Huh?
Fizz.
Cool. Once upon a time, a little girl named Laura lived in the big woods of Wisconsin in a little house made of logs. Alex, can you put that away, please? Put your stuff away, please. Thank you. Laura lived in the little house with her pa, her ma, her big sister Mary, her baby sister Carrie, and their good old bulldog Jack. Yes.
There was that name was Mary.
Yes. Yes.
My family and my grandma, my whole family and my grandma always knows how to read, but even my brother Hudson and my big brother Preston, they know how to read. My whole family knows how to read. My grandma knows how to read, but I'm the only one in this family who doesn't know how to read.
You will know. That's why you're one of the reasons you're in school, right? Cool. Winter was coming to the big woods. Just a second, Alex, okay? Soon the little house would be covered with snow. Pa went hunting every day so that we would have meat during the long, cold winter. Alex, what do you need, honey?
My dog's name is Jack.
Really?
Yeah, and he's brown. But he lives with my Uncle Matt. But Matt, I'm going to test my dad. I'm going to have a sleepover on the weekend as I got my baking stuff.
Cool. Ma, Laura, and Mary gathered potatoes, carrots, beets, turnips, cabbage, onions, peppers, and pumpkins from the garden next to the little house. That's a big garden, isn't it?
Yeah. It's so little.
By the time winter came, the little house was full of good things to eat. Laura and Mary thought the attic was a lovely place to play. They played house by using the round orange pumpkins as tables and chairs, and everything was snug and cozy. Finn, would you please put that away? All of it? Soon the first snow came, and it was very cold. In the mornings, the windows were covered with beautiful frost pictures of trees and flowers and fairies. Ma said that Jack Frost came in the night and made the pictures while everyone was sleeping.
Jack Frost?
Laura and Mary were allowed to use Ma's thimble to make pretty patterns of circles in the frost. What, honey?
I said, Jack Frost came and made those pictures?
Yes, that's what they.
That's a show.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. We watched a little bit at my grandma's house.
Huh.
Me too.
Really?
I watched that. It's a really good one.
Cool.
No, I didn't watch it at my house. It's a movie. It's a movie too. I know.
Parker.
Been to my grandma's house, but I never watched anything.
Okay. In the mornings, Laura and Mary helped Ma wash the dishes and make the beds. After this was done, Ma began the work that belonged to that day. Each day had its own proper work. Ma would say, wash on Monday, iron on Tuesday, mend on Wednesday, churn on Thursday, clean on Friday, bake on Saturday, rest on Sunday. So when they say that she was going to churn, they used to make their own butter because they didn't have butter, they didn't have stores with butter and stuff like we have. They had to hunt for their meat. They had to grow their own vegetables and fruits. Laura liked the churning and baking days the best of all. Ma had to churn the cream for a long time until it turned into butter. Mary could sometimes churn while Mom rested, but Laura was too little. So this is what they used to make butter. And they would put cream in there, and they would have to keep churning it around until it turned into butter. That's how they got their butter. They made it themselves. Takes a long time though. On Saturdays, when Ma made the bread, Laura and Mary each had a little piece of dough to make into a little loaf. Yes?
My mom, she told me about this when she was in college. She did the same thing that they did with butter.
I know, it's fun to make, but it's hard. Ma even gave them a bit of cookie dough to make little cookies.
Oh.
After the day's work was done, Ma would sometimes cut out paper dolls for Laura and Mary. She drew their faces on with a pencil and cut dresses, hats, and ribbons out of the colored paper so that Mary and Laura could dress their dolls beautifully. Yes, what do you need?
But my favorite thing is cookie dough. I did a cookie dough before and I like it.
But the best time of all was at night. When Pa came home, he would throw off his fur cap and coat and mittens and call, "Where's my little half pint of sweet cider, half drunk up?" That was Laura because she was so small. Sometimes Pa would take down his fiddle and sing. Pa would keep time with his foot. Laura and Mary would clap with their hands to the music when he sang, "Yankee Doodle went to town. He wore his striped trousers. He swore he couldn't see the town. There was so many houses." Stop, please. Just put it down, okay? Thank you. Other times, Pa would tell stories. When Laura and Mary begged him for a story, he would take them on his knees and tickle their faces with his long whiskers until they laughed out loud. His eyes were blue and merry. I asked you to please leave it down, okay? Thank you. Outside it was cold and snowy, but the little log cabin was snug and cozy. Pa, Ma, Laura, Mary, and baby Carrie were comfortable and happy in their little house in the big woods. Okay, the end. So the second book we're going to read today is Henry and Mudge and the Wild Goose Chase.
Henry, we have a friend named Henry.
I know we do. Parker, it's right there in front of you.
I know.
That was funny, Parker. This book has 3 chapters in it. Okay? Farm Fresh. Yes.
Mine had 7 chapters.
Oh, cool.
That's like 8.
Good.
Mine have 10.
One day, Henry's mother told Henry and Henry's father that she wanted some farm fresh eggs.
Mine's going to have 10 chapters. I mean, more than 10.
Then Henry's mother said she wanted some sweet, fresh corn. Yum, yum, said Harry. Mudge wagged so hard that he knocked over a chair. That's a big dog.
Yeah, I have that big of a dog.
Henry imagined a plate full of farm fresh eggs. Yum, he said. Mudge wagged. He always wagged at yum. Alex, what do you need?
I need this bill.
Then clean it up. Harper, what do you need?
I'm just going to move.
Okay. Then Henry's mother said she wanted some fresh picked blueberries. Yum, that sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yum, said Henry. Mudge wagged harder. Yum, yum was even better.
I have blueberries.
Blueberries are yummy, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yummy.
And there's blackberries.
Does this mean we're going to a farm? Henry asked his mother. I hope so, said Henry's dad. He picked up the chair. One more yum, and Mudge may knock down the whole house. Wow, said Henry. We're going to a farm, Mudge. Henry could hardly wait.
Uh-oh.
Welcome. Henry, Mudge, and Henry's parents drove to the country. They passed fields and barns. They passed tractors and haystacks. Some of these pages do not like to open. There we go. And once they had to stop to let a duck and her children cross the road. Mudge wanted to get out of the car and kiss the ducks, but Henry wouldn't let him. No, Mudge, Henry said. No kisses. Alec, can you please put that away? Thank you. Mudge kissed Henry instead. Soon Henry's mother said, "There's the sign." The sign says, "French's Farm, 2 miles." "Yay," said Henry. Henry's father drove up to the farmhouse. It was white and clean and flowerful. "Look at those big sunflowers," said Henry. "Everything is bigger in the country," said Henry's mom. Yes.
My mom loves sunflowers.
Oh, I do too.
They're her favorite type of flower.
Awesome.
Just like in Plants vs. Zombies. The sunflowers.
Yep.
No. And the green light shooting things and they shoot those out.
Okay, let's finish this book because you don't have library again for another 2 weeks. They all got out of the car. A woman wearing an apron came from the house. "Welcome," she said. "I'm Mrs. French." Mrs. French was nice. She told Henry he could walk all around the farm. She said that he could take Mudge. What do you need, kissing?
How much time we have?
About 7 minutes. Not long. And then you do writing, and then you have lunch and recess again, right?
Yeah. And then we have to go home.
Then we have nap time.
While they explored, Henry's parents would get eggs and blueberries and corn and all kinds of other good farm things. "Let's go," Mudge said Henry. Mudge wagged and off they went.
Whoa, look at his dog.
I think Mudge is bigger than Henry. What do you think?
If he's 4, that's how my dog is.
Okay. Chapter 3. What are you doing? Clean that off your desk, please. Henry and Mudge met a lot of farm animals. They met a goat that tried to eat Henry's shirt. They met chickens that pecked Mudge's head. That's not very nice. He didn't feel the pecks. Mudge had a head like concrete. They met a shy cat and her kittens. They met a sheep. And then they met a goose. "Uh-oh," said Henry. "Honk," said the goose. "Honk, honk, honk." "Geese are very grumpy," Henry told Mudge. "Honk, honk, honk." The goose was not happy to see them.
But the dog's mad too.
Uh-huh.
He's like, "Get out of my business."
Yeah, this is my place, not yours. Henry, what you need?
I wanted to tell you this. Did you know Henry means king?
What?
Did you know Henry means king? And my other brother's name is Harvey, and that means knight.
Nice. He honked and honked and honked. Mudge didn't like it. He tried to hide between Henry's legs. "Yikes," said Henry, falling over. The goose honked Henry and Mudge all the way back to the farmhouse. They ran inside. Henry's parents were paying Mrs. French for the bag of eggs, berries, and corn they were taking home. Henry's father looked at Henry and Mudge. He looked at the goose honking outside the window. "Looks like you've been on a wild goose chase," he told Henry. "Yes, But we weren't doing the chasing, said Henry. Yes.
Please watch you.
Mudge and the goose looked at each other through the window. Honk, said the goose. Mudge looked. Honk, said the goose. Mudge looked. Honk, said the goose. Bark, said Mudge. The goose jumped 3 feet in the air and went running wildly away. You're right, Mom, Henry said, laughing. Everything is bigger in the country. Especially Mudge's bark. Mudge wagged proudly, and Henry gave him a farm fresh kiss.
The end.
The end. You are right.
The end.
Yeah.